You and I have stood shoulder to shoulder, blades thrumming in the heat of battle countless times. And now, you lead the Protoss. I wail with pride at the mere thought of it.
I was chosen to represent the hierarchy by the remaining Judicators and the clans of the Nerazim. I am still honored by their choice.
Tassadar must be proud as well.
Tassadar is gone, Phoenix. He fell, bravely sacrificing for his people. He saved us from annihilation.
What? It cannot be. And Ire? Fallen to the Zerg as well?
It has.
How long have I lingered in stasis, becoming this Dragoon?
Do you know of the Purifier program, Phoenix?
Of course. The greatest Templar minds replicated. Dangerous machines that had to be shut down.
They were shut down, but we have never ceased the research, and still have tried to find ways to replicate our greatest Templar, to use that ancient technology.
Why do you tell me this?
We are facing a war like none we have seen before. We will need you in the days ahead. Maybe even the Purifiers.
Then my blades are yours, old friend.
These new Purifier designs rival any technology our people have previously conceived. The replication data is the sort that allows accurate duplication of one's consciousness. Phoenix's personality may be accurate.
How accurate?
Within the 99th percentile.
So there is a chance for discrepancy.
Quite a minuscule one.
And in a lifetime, how many choices does that variation impact? Who would you be with such a difference in the decisions you've made? Keep a watchful eye on Phoenix. If he is to help us, I want to know who he is.
This decay rate is impossible. No constructed material would behave this way. Unless...
Amons' forces are already spreading throughout the sector. I fear none will survive this onslaught without our aid. We have acquired new robotic support technology for review. Karax has utilized data from glaciers to bring the robotic sentinels online. Use them wisely, Hierarch.
Hold fast, my people. I will come for you as soon as I can. With the Purifier technology secured, our eyes can finally turn to our brothers, the Dark Templar. The Nerazim of Shakuras ritually sever their connection to the Kala. Because of this, They are now the last free Protoss. I must reach them before Amon's armies. No.
Hierarch, Shakuras is overrun. Loss of life is extensive. Hold. We are receiving a transmission.
Praise the gods. Artanis, you live.
Matriarch Vorazun, what has happened here?
Shakuras has fallen. The warp gate linking this world to Ire has been reopened. Countless hybrid and Zerg pour from the other side. They've obliterated our cities, decimated our Shadow Guard. We are trying to evacuate the remaining population, but I am uncertain whether we can hold long enough to get them safely away.
We will give you the time you need, Matriarch. My Templar are inbound.
My Dark Templar were tracking your invasion on Ire when we were cut off. Then the warp gate opened. What happened, Artanis?
Amon used the collar to seize control of the Templar. I could feel his rage tearing through me, and I was powerless against it. Zeratul found me. It was there that he...
Yes?
He tried to free me. And he succeeded at the cost of his own life. He fell by my hand.
It was Amon's deed, not yours.
Zeratul came to me with a warning, but I did not act. Because of this, he is now gone, and the stars burn dimmer for his loss. Amon's deed or not, I carry a burden, Matriarch. One that cannot be easily lifted.
All this time, this wretched little world was within striking distance of our fleets.
Much has changed since your era, Preserver.
First you consort with those Terrans, and now the Fallen Ones? It is heresy. You must know this.
The Dark Templar are now our allies.
There was a time when the Protoss were broken. Throughout the Aeon of Strife, we tore at each other with wanton abandon. Only one path was ever found to end the madness and unify our people. The Kala. The Dark Ones rejected its light. They denied their own race. How can you fight for them?
For one so sworn to preserve our history, Rohana, how can you be so blind to its turn?
I see I have offended you, Hierarch. My apologies. Adapting to this period is difficult.
So this is the home world of the Nerazim, a planet shrouded in darkness. Fitting.
Beautiful, is it not?
Indeed. I never imagined the Firstborn would ever step foot upon it.
As Ire fell to the Zerg, we fled to this world as refugees. The Dark Templar accepted us as equals. It was here that we first stood against the Swarm as one.
I wish I could have stood by you and shared in such glory.
As do I.
I've been trying to isolate the major population centers in need of evacuation. The Zerg signatures far outnumber those of the Protoss, but most of the survivors seem to have gathered within Talametros.
There must be Nerazim phase-smiths you know among them. Those who stayed behind.
I am not seeing any Protoss life signs from within the engineering base, Hierarch.
Then they have met their fate.
Or perhaps they fought their way to safety. The Dark Templar do not follow our caste system. Some of their faith-smiths are trained warriors, skilled as any of ours.
That does give them an advantage I had not realized. But then, our people are very different.
Of course, Hierarch. I I advise against physical contact with the Keystone at this time, Hierarch.
The Zerg infestation is overtaking Telemetros. Our evacuation is already in great peril. Your aid cannot come soon enough, Hierarch. Shakuras teams with Amons Zerg broods. We hold only the southwest quadrant of Telemetros, and even that is in peril. We must evacuate our people, but the launch bays have been defiled with infestation. Only ground forces can clear them. Once the bays are free, the planetary warp conduit will allow our ships to escape safely.
The launch bays will be cleared. Your people will survive, Matriarch. This I swear.
You will need the aid of my Dark Templar in this battle. They can strike from the shadows without fear of reprisal.
Vespine gas.
Fear is an illusion. I am but
Artanis, I'm detecting a rift opening near your position. Avoid Thrasher. By the gods, it's sieging the warp conduit.
Warriors, we must slay it before it destroys the conduit. Strike as one, Templar. Thrasher is slain, but it will be for naught if the launch bays remain infested.
Fear is an illusion. I am the blade of the Narazim.
These vaults hold the solarite reserves that power Telemetros. You may claim them with our blessing, Hierarch.
Pylons.
You seek our service. I am
Shore up our defenses. The Zerg are moving to attack our nexus point.
From the shadows I come.
You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
From the shadows I come.
Careful. The spore crawlers and overseers ahead can detect our Dark Templars' movements. Slay them first. A second Thrasher. The conduit is under assault.
From the shadows I come. Got two. I am the blade of the Narazim.
Not enough minerals.
I am the blade of the Narazim. You seek out Jakul.
Require more Bespin gas.
From the shadows.
The Thrasher has been eliminated. This would be an opportune moment to clear the launch bays.
Clever.
Matriarch Vorazun, the first launch bay has been cleared. Continue evacuating.
Our pylon is under attack.
Must be done.
Should buy the conduit more time.
We embrace the glory of battle. Darkness rides. From the shadows I come. I am the blade of the
We have secured a second launch bay.
Well done. Half of the bays are launching evacuation ships.
I am but a phantom.
Our pylon is under attack. You require more Vespine gas.
From the shadows I come. Nasperu Unadar. You seek out. We embrace
I am.
You require more Vespine gas.
From the shadows, I come. The darkness rides. I am
Amon has sent another Void Thrasher against us. Slay it before the conduit falls.
Another Thrasher felled. Is there no end to these abominations?
Nasperu Unadar. I am intrigued. I am but a phantom. Khartoum. By the void.
You require more Vespine.
From the shadows, I am intrigued. By the void. The darkness rides. Fear is an illusion.
You require more Vespine.
From the shadows,
Twilight!
by the void. Khartoum. I am but a phantom.
We are recovering the last Solarite reserve now. The solar core should be augmented by the time our forces return, Hierarch.
You require more Vespine gas.
From the shadows.
We have purged the infestation. Only one launch bay remains disabled.
You require.
From the shadows, I
Twilight for ire!
Artanis, another Void Thrasher has been summoned. This one is in the heart of the city.
You must construct additional pylons. Our pylon is under attack.
Twilight for ire!
You require more Vespine gas.
from the shadows, I come.
The launch bays have been reclaimed. Matriarch, You may complete the evacuation.
You have saved my people, Artanis, and they will never forget it.
Despite this tragedy, I am pleased to see you once more, Hierarch. I had hoped that our next interaction would be your announcement of Ayer's reclamation.
As did I. Instead, the Templar have fallen.
Then the threat is greater than I realized.
We cannot let the same fate befall Shakuras.
It is too late for that. Amons Zerg poured through the warp gate as a tide of flesh and blade. They have already overrun Telemetros and are nearing the shrines of Lazul. This world is lost. With such an infestation, Shakuras must be destroyed.
Destroy Shakuras? I will not permit this.
Permit? Shakuras was my people's home long before we offered yours sanctuary upon it. I will not let this world be a den for Amon's forces. Worlds may fall to ash. What matters is that we endure.
To lose Shakuras and Ayer.
We are a vagabond people, Artanis. Our true home has always been Ayer. Let us reclaim it together.
It is fitting that the daughter of Raja Gal decides the fate of the world she helped forge. Let us make preparations at once.
Hierarch, I have powered up a new ship subsystem. You can review it in the solar core now.